Welcome, welcome, welcome once again. This is PROBLEMO, your favorite podcast about topics that you don't know.
No, you don't know about this.
You have no idea.
But we're happy to help.
I mean, I think people are really ignorant about all the topics that we discuss in this show, and I think we're helping them so much to make little conversation with their cab driver, with the gardener, like people that help you in your house. And this is the show for you.
This is small talk, but it's Latin America, so it's pequeño talk.
Pequeño talk. And actually, it's really good for when you are in this really awkward situation where you're with a nanny and you don't know what to say. You're like, so there was an attempt coup in your country this week.
Yeah, Upper East Side moms. We would love to see an uptick on you guys listening to the podcast.
Yes.
So
yes.
If this is our pitch to you guys.
Once again, we're gonna do another round of stories about Latin America and things that happen here in the U.S. related to us. So this is a show that's gonna give you all of that, and we're gonna start right away.
Yes.
With a really important topic. This is number one right now.
This is the biggest geopolitical news happening in Latin America, Hispanic America.
Yeah, I mean, this is number one trending topic in every city that speaks Spanish, and San Antonio probably.
Yes, exactly.
So, Shakira. What happened here?
Well, look, her hips don't lie, and neither do her words.
Nope.
Because, I was thinking about how we would talk about this, because if you have to explain the whole drama, this is like, we're talking War and Peace level book.
Oh, you know.
This is a big story.
This is if you make a movie of this is in the world of the Lord of the Rings, uncut version. You need a lot of footage to do the
edition.
Exactly.
Yeah. So here are the facts.
Yep.
Shakira used to be married.
Boom. Number one information.
Number one.
Wow.
But used to tells you fact number two. Shakira is no longer married.
That makes sense.
Because she was married to the soccer player called Piqué. He's Spanish, he's Catalan. And she moved from the United States where she lived. She was when you were like, oh my God, why isn't Shakira in The Voice anymore? Well,
that's why. Because she decided to follow her heart.
Love.
She was like, I'm so in love with this man.
Yeah.
He's a champion in the European League. I'm just going to go there and be there for him. Mm-hmm. And what happened next?
Well, they had kids. Blah, blah.
This is great. Why they're not together anymore? This sounds beautiful.
Men, I say this as a man. We are trash.
We are trash?
We're worth nothing.
Wow.
So, you know how when you're married to Shakira, who's 50 and looks like that?
Amazing. Yeah.
You're like, nah, I can do better.
Yeah. And you're like, well, I mean, you know what? This is not enough. This is not enough.
Yes. Being a champion at the sport, getting to play a game for a living and earning millions of dollars, having a super talented...
And having sex with Shakira.
Yeah. So, as expected, Piqué cheated on Shakira, or not as expected. But
Well, when we were talking about the beginning about her hips don't lie, and she have a song about this. When they were having sex, you'd think the hips were not a great work today.
Maybe that forced him to be like, you know what, I can't take it.
I mean, your hips needs to lie sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Not for the sake of being reasonable in the world.
For a relationship, or once in a while,
you have to lie a little bit. So if your hips don't lie, I think in a way it's not healthy for a relationship. Yeah. It's kind of toxic.
Yeah, it could be toxic. Again, this is Shakira's fault. This is
this is another way to remember men are trash. So Shakira, she found out that this guy was having an affair with this woman called Clara. That in in English is clear. It's like someone that is really good. A good person is really clear, is really open. Sounds like a good person name.
Yes.
And actually, she mentioned that in the new song of Shakira.
She's released a new song yesterday. It's the most streamed song in the world.
It's insane the amount of people listening to this song.
In 24 hours, it had 50 million views on YouTube.
Yes.
That's the population of most Latin countries.
Yes. Less people vote for an election than people who listen to this song every single minute. I have to say, I like this song. I like the
It
song.
slaps. I think it's great.
Well, this is funny because she had a song, and this episode is going to be like probably 55 minutes of Shakira, so get ready for that. She released a song that she was saying like, well, about the breakup.
Yes.
That it was like, oh, okay, it wasn't your fault or my fault. It was the monotony.
Yeah.
And then next month she's like, no, it was you, fucker.
Upon second thought, it was not the monotony. It was the you fucking another woman.
Yeah.
Do you know? And this
Or maybe it was like a prostitute called monotony.
Do you know? Do you know the reason she found out the rumor?
I saw this video of him like making like a live stream or something, and the woman was walking in the back or something. The yogurt, the
marmalade.
Yeah, the marmalade.
The jam.
You're right.
So apparently, she went on tour, and when she came back, she found a type of jam that she knew he didn't like.
This is just means one thing. We know too much about these people. If we know, if we get to this level of detail, it's like we know too much. So the jam was the smoking gun, and from there everything went down. And she had this song with, and this is interesting. This is a guy. Once again, this is an episode about Shakira. This is a guy out there. There's an Argentinian rapper. He make beats.
Yeah, samples and stuff like that.
Yeah, this dude is called Visa Rap.
Yeah.
And Visa Rap has been doing this for a long time. They had these sessions.
Yeah.
Actually, this is like session 54, 53. And in these sessions, he have guests, other like rappers or cool people that sings, and reggaeton artists, and they use these sessions to have like what's the name of this takes when you do like a trap, that a song that is like against another person.
No, like diss tracks.
Diss tracks. That's the word I was looking for. And so they do this a lot during these sessions.
You found that.
Thank you. It took me a minute, but I was there. And now this is the first one that is like massive because everyone's in this track between Shakira and his ex.
Here's the thing. This diss track might be the one thing that causes all of Latin America to invade Spain, like a reverse conquest.
Yep. Yeah.
Because...
Or it's called justice.
Yes, justice. Exactly. Yeah. So let's delve into the lyrics.
Yeah, let's go into it.
We're gonna do a little like translation.
Yes. Yes.
She's playing with words.
Yeah, she's using there's a lot of layers.
Yeah, you need to understand that you're not going to understand this as well as we are.
No.
And you need to be comfortable with that feeling and that knowledge.
It's okay. There's the Valley of the Uncanny is there in this story for you guys. You're going to see this in a weird way. And honestly, like so many details about their relationship that are all over the song that it's absurd.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. And okay, let's start it.
So she says, she's been talking earlier in the song, like, don't come back. Don't ask me. Don't beg me to come back. I understand that it's not my fault that that you're criticized. I only make music. Sorry if that splashes you. Now, splash.
Yeah.
Sounds fine. But the thing is, the word for splash is salpique.
And what's the name of this guy?
Pique.
So, boom.
Sal means leave.
Okay.
Like sal pique, like go
get out
away.
Of here.
Get the hell out of here. You left me with my mother-in-law as my neighbor because she can't leave Spain.
Well, this is like the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah. This is like, again, 55 minutes of just doing this song. Because she can't leave Spain, so she has to stay like in Spain taking care of the kids.
Yep.
Because obviously she can't just take the kids. With the press at my door and
the debt
to the treasury, because I guess Shakira is currently accused of stealing money from Spain, a thing that I don't think is a problem. Because the Spanish...
That's the way to go. If you go to a country that invade your country, then you don't pay taxes.
Exactly. You don't have to... They took... she's Colombian, I'm Colombian. They took all our gold.
Yep.
Yep. We get to take some back. That's just... It's reparations. It's
fair. It's fair.
You thought that you hurt me, but you made me stronger. Women don't cry anymore. They make profit.
They make profit, and the same time, factura it means like when you. I mean, it's like I don't know if there's a word for this in Spanish, but when you send an invoice.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's I mean a word in English, and you send an invoice, and this invoice, it's related to how much taxes you're gonna pay.
Exactly.
So she's talking about taxes.
This is tax theory. This woman is a poet.
Yes.
This woman is like teaching us about international tax systems, but also...
I mean, Bob Dylan is not able to write a lyric like this anymore.
Yeah, Shakira could do Subterranean Homesick Blues,
exactly.
But Bob Dylan could not do Visa Rap Session number 54.
Okay, this is the part about the woman. She goes straight to her, and she's like, you have the name of a good person. Clearly, it's not like it sounds.
And again, we said it. Claramente, clearly.
Clear
is her name.
Clara, that's the girl. So you have a name of a good person, but clearly, Clara, you're not.
You're not. And she has the name of a good person. Clearly, she's just like you for guys like you.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, this is just part of the song.
Yeah.
We have a seminar. You can join us. We're just charging $50 for a whole lesson of 6 hours, going word by word, so we can explain it to you. So yeah, join us every Friday.
Every Friday, we're gonna break down every single word. I will say one other part that I like is when she says, I'm worth two 22-year-olds.
Oh, yeah.
And then she says, you switched a Ferrari for a Twingo, which is a very small
shitty
French car.
Yeah.
You switched a Rolex for a Casio, which I love, but also Twingo and Casio did not ask to be dragged into this.
No, they were not part of this. And I mean, honestly, especially for Casio, I don't care about Twingo, but it's not bad. Like Casio is it's a nice brand. They do cool stuff.
Yeah, they did the calculator. When I was growing up, the calculator watch, the Casio.
They're working really hard.
Yeah, and Rolex, look, this is not to say that I'm not on Shakira's side, but Rolex too much.
It's for dicks.
Yeah.
Like when you see a guy with a huge Rolex here, you know that he's an asshole.
Exactly.
So, maybe Shakira next time, stick with the Casio. That's the way to go.
Shaq, honey, sweetie.
It's fine. Before we finish this, I want to talk a little bit about this guy. This is Bizarrap. We're talking about the guy who make the beats. And listen, this man is the smartest man on earth. He's making a lot of money without getting in any trouble. He's not divorced. He's not the one into the fight. And he's just there making the beats in the background.
It's amazing.
And he makes so much money with this.
My favorite part is there's a part in the video where he just does a little keyboard solo, but it's like seven keystrokes and that's it. And it's like, that's it. He's making so much money
out of these conflicts that he's not part of. I love it. It's insane that you can be the guy who's there and the right time at the right moment in someone else's life crisis and you profit out of it. I mean, I salute you. I know you're trying to talk on the phone with a Casio keyboard, but you're really smart. You don't look smart in that picture, but you are.
Yeah, I think it's hard for us to ask people in music videos to look smart.
Yeah,
because
they don't look smart. But what are you gonna do about it? That was the news of the week. Clearly,
that's the biggest news of the week.
Yeah, maybe of the decade. We don't know yet. But we have another one.
Yes,
and we're gonna go back to one of our favorite parts of the show. This is Bolsonaro stories.
Bolsonaro watch. We could really do a show about Bolsonaro every week.
Yep,
because he is insane. So last week, we talked a little bit about how he was living in Florida.
Yeah, having a great time.
Eating KFC, sleeping with the minions.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if sexually, but hey, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to... Look, there's so many things that I hate Bolsonaro for.
Yeah. If he's having sex with a minion, probably that's the most progressive part of his life.
Kind of relatable.
Yeah.
Hot.
In a way, yeah. I mean, they're always kind of not a lot of clothes.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. That works for me. But what we couldn't mention because it hadn't happened by the time we taped it is that Bolsonaro's fans tried to take over the presidential palace and the Congress and failed miserably.
They did their own January 6th, but they show up late.
Well,
because it was the January 8th.
I will say the most Latin thing that could have happened is that they did it a week after Lula, the Bolsonaro's opposition, became president.
Yeah.
The most Latin thing that could have ever happened is these guys going like, it's still Christmas. Let's wait until after like January 6th Epiphany. Like,
let's circle back after the holidays and let's do the cool later. Like, now we have to like buy all these gifts and my sister-in-law is coming to town. Let's think about this later and let's do the cool later. Like, it's fine.
That's the most Latin thing they could have done. And they did, and it failed.
Yeah, it failed.
And Bolsonaro was
also failed because most of these coups make no sense because we mentioned this before. Not only the army side, it's like you break into the building and what you expecting to happen. You think like inside is gonna be a switch, like president. What are you expecting to find inside of these buildings?
Also, exactly. What's in here? Also, they went on a Sunday, which is great because people don't work on Sundays. So like, even if like, thankfully there was no terrible violence. They couldn't hurt any
or
of
congressman having to hide underneath the desk or something.
But it just feels like very much like, well, it's the day we have off. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to the coup. Oh, I'm going to go watch the soccer game.
I found it fascinating that people was like, we're going to break into this building. And then you're inside and like, okay, what we're supposed to do? Like go back to the other government? Just like there's a paper that we have to sign. There's like a magic thing, a word that will start the country all over again.
Yeah.
So that's insane. But of course, Bolsonaro is helping these people in a very Trumpy way. He's posting videos and deleting them. They're very like, oh no, this is a conspiracy. Like this is just for you guys. You will get it. The rest of the world is not getting it. And he shared a video and then deleted it immediately.
Which is just the shows you the level of power that dictators or wannabe dictators have the moment they leave. Yeah. It's just like, that's like the stuff that your aunt does. Yeah. You go on Facebook, post a video, then everyone on the family group chat is like, like that is wrong.
You have to delete that.
You have to delete that. And then they have to delete it embarrassed. And then they post a Minions meme. Again, going back to the Minions.
So, he also posted this picture. And once again, he's the best one. He's the best ex-president in pictures, probably in history. Like, look at this. After the KFC picture, after the Publix video, now we have this man. Why you share this? How you take this picture and like, this is the one we need to post right now.
I don't understand how because when you're a dictator, you want to be the strong man, right? And here's like, hello, I'm in the hospital.
And I look like shit. Like I'm look at this man. He looks so sad.
I will say this, he had to check into the hospital for abdominal pain or abdominal discomfort. I think this man had never tried U.S. grade KFC. I think he'd had KFC from other countries. Yeah. Which is like, tamer. And then he came here and he had the full thing. And
look at this. Look at what happened.
Look at this.
Yeah. So we send you a lot of energy. Bolsonaro, we're sending you all the best.
We want you alive and healthy for when you have to go to jail.
That's exactly what we need. Because if you die before that,
yeah, it's kind of sad, right?
That's what happened with Pinochet. Like we never saw him in jail because he died before we do anything. So, another week, another Bolsonaro. Let's move on.
So, Medal of the Week.
Medal of the Week. What is this about?
As you know, every week we give out a medal to the people who we think are doing their best to act like a dictator. Because dictators love medals.
Yep. Yeah. They're cool.
They think they're so cool, and so
I think they are cool. I mean, in general, the problem is like they use too many.
Oh, the medals are cool.
Yeah, medals are cool. I think the characters are pretty awesome. No.
I was like,
okay, I don't want to be in this podcast anymore. You blur my face in post-production? No, I think that medals are great.
Yeah, medals are great. I don't remember the last time I won a medal.
No, me neither. Maybe I never got a medal.
Oh, we'll get you one.
Thank you so much. Thank you. My son have a medal. He's like doing soccer on the weekends, and in the final day they give medals to everyone. And that's exactly the way to do it. You have to give medals to everyone. So we're gonna give medals to every single person on the planet. And this week we're gonna do this. Man, this old man.
Joe Biden. Joe. So what happened?
classified documents were found in Joe Biden's residence, and this happened like 3 months ago.
Yes, in November.
And they just shared this information with the world, and everyone was like, well, Trump kind of did the same, but of course it's not the same, because in this case they found them and they were like, hey, we need to do the process to take him back to the archives and whatever. But still,
Shakira,
whatever. But still, Joe, what happened here? Why there were documents, like classified documents in your house? What are you doing? I know you're old. I know you don't remember stuff. But come on, this is a simple task.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's like maybe this is something that we didn't know, but do all presidents just like take classified documents?
It's like the way when you finish your job and you take the staple, like you take like things
the
from
swag. Yeah.
Why? And what? This is my question. It's like, okay, you take classified documents. What do you do with them? You're sharing them
That's
with like the neighbors. Like, hey, can I show you something that no one else can see? It's like trying to be cool with your, I don't know, people from your family. What's the point of having classified documents in your house?
I think the thing is, Joe Biden is old.
Yeah.
And old people like to keep stuff. I don't know. At least that's my experience. Like, old people are like, that'll be good later.
They have a little bit of hoarder syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. And these documents, again, are not from right now when he's president.
No.
These documents are old from when he was vice president. So, when he was a young 87, I think.
And spring chicken at the time.
Exactly. Yeah. Chickens hadn't been invented yet. It was still dinosaurs.
Yeah, so he was the first spring chicken.
He was the first spring chicken. But yes, so he brought those documents, and the first ones were found, some were found in his house, in his garage.
Yeah.
Which is also very funny. Because
it's a very old man thing to do, putting stuff in your garage. Listen, it's like, well, we have to put this, like, he's not like at the Trump level that he tried to pretend that he didn't have these documents at the beginning. Then he said that he disclassified them with his mind.
Yes.
I mean, it's different. It's different, but still, Joe, not a great idea.
Yeah, it's a little, it's dictator-ish.
Exactly. This is not a full medal for you. This is not like a full medal like the one my son had.
Exactly.
You didn't get the full medal. You have like a tiny piece of a medal.
Yeah, it's a participation medal. Like, you tried.
You try. It's a pin.
Yeah, a little pin. Yeah. Like the wings they give kids on the plane.
Exactly. It's more in that universe.
Yeah.
But still, what a stupid thing to do, especially. Well, we know that the other side is going to take advantage of this.
Oh, they're going to be like Hunter Biden.
It's the same.
Yeah.
So, listen, Joe, don't do this.
No. We'll give you documents. I have so much paper in my house.
If you want documents, just let us know.
Let us know. We'll give them to you. We'll send them through the right channels. Like, we're not going to, we'll send them through the Secret Service. They can vet them. We'll write top secret on them if you want.
I mean, we can send you DVD copies of the movie Top Secret if you want to have something that say Top Secret in your house, but you don't need the real documents over there. So don't do that again. And thank you for listening.
Yes. Thanks for listening, Joe.
Let's move on. Gets cool.
So Guess Who, we talk about a little cuckoo crazy person.
We need to have like a song for this.
Yeah, Guess Who. I like that.
Yeah, I think there's something there.
So our Guess Who this week is the new governor of Arkansas.
Okay.
Arkansas being the state that is spelled Arkansas but pronounced Arkansas.
I think you have like a relationship with Arkansas.
I don't.
No,
I have. My wife is from Kansas City, which is in Missouri.
That makes no sense.
Which is very confusing.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
But no, Arkansas.
You ever been to Arkansas?
I don't think I have.
Me neither.
I know there's a place called Little Rock.
Okay.
In Arkansas.
That's where Bill Clinton is
yes,
from?
Bill Clinton's from Arkansas.
Yeah, it's like all the Bill Clinton. For me, it's like Clinton Town.
Clinton Town. I think that's the capital.
Yeah.
Clinton Town, Arkansas. And everyone is a sex abuser.
So now they have a new female governor because they're a very progressive state. This is like one of my favorite things is when this happened. There's like progressive things happen, but not in the right direction for progressive people. So it's like so hard to celebrate.
Yeah. It's like
this is the first female governor of Arkansas, but she's Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Exactly.
So
we've elected the first female Nazi guard. You know, it's like, okay, well,
it's like the first trans Nazi. What? So it's like your brain a little bit shake.
The first Latino genocide. Oh,
come on. Well, should we celebrate?
Yeah. But speaking of Latino and that term,
this is part of it because she's talking about our community here.
Yeah, she's talking about mi gente.
La raza, hermano.
So Sarah Huckabee Sanders, she used to be Trump's press secretary and stuff like that, and she's the daughter of a guy who was governor before.
Yep. She's
Mike Huckabee. So she's a nepo baby.
Yeah, she's a nepo baby, 100%.
And she, her first thing she did,
first day in office,
was banning the word Latinx from state documents.
Let's see this TikTok that explained it really well.
Arkansas's first female governor began her work by banning the use of the term Latinx in government documents. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders explains that only 3% of American Hispanics and Latinos have used the term to describe themselves, according to polls. So this term can offend ethnic citizens. Previously, the term Latinx was proposed as a gender-neutral alternative for the Spanish words Latina and Latino.
Okay, I think there's two conversations here.
Yes.
First, what is the point of banning a term from legal documents or official documents? Just don't use it.
Exactly. The banning of the word is stupid.
It's very stupid. It's like a cultural war decision that is like pandering to a very small group of people, and it's a waste of time.
I think she was trying to delete Latinx, period, like Latin people, period. And
it's like, let's delete Latinx people. No, you mean like the word? Yeah, the word. Yeah. Of course, yes.
Because she's a big like Trump, like Mexicans are rapists kind of person, and she defended him forever. So I think she was trying to do that. She couldn't do it, so she tried to delete.
Let's start with the word. Let's get rid of the word.
Small.
If you get rid of the word first, maybe they will disappear.
It's old like magic ritual rule. So you delete the word, and
I hate these kind of things because it's such a waste of time. It's like probably they were not in official documents that were before in Arkansas. I don't think so. Also, like, listen, it's like, once again, don't use the word if you don't want it, but like, why are you banning a word that it's a waste of energy?
I also want to say that there are only 213,000 Latinos in Arkansas.
That's like there's more in this block in New York.
So out of 3 million people who live in Arkansas, only 213,000 are Latino.
And listen, like in the video, she's like, this is like a racial slur or something. It's not true. Like, no one gets offended. Like, people don't like it, and that's fine. But no one gets offended. It's like, I don't know how you use that or whatever. But like, it's not like, hey, you're calling me Latinx.
Yeah, exactly.
What's wrong with you? You know?
I've been called way worse things than Latinx.
I mean, we only want Latinos. The only ones we can say Latinx is the L word. Like, it's not like that.
It's not like that at all. No.
So don't waste your time with this kind of things. But at the same time, I have to say, I don't like the Latinx term because I like Latine. I think
like
it's
Latine.
Right there.
It's
right there. It was right there.
Yeah.
I think especially in Spanish, most of the time when the people want to use gender neutral words, they go for the E.
And that's again, this is a new thing. All of this stuff is new.
It's
so
happening.
We're all kind of figuring it out at the same time.
Exactly. It's not like someone is going to decide, we're going to start using this term and it's going to happen. Maybe it will never happen.
Yeah.
And the 3% is maybe there's a big chance that Latinx is not going to stick.
Yeah.
And probably is going to go away. But listen, it's not a big deal that it's out there. If someone want to use it, it's not a problem. If someone identify himself as Latinx, great. I just think, once again, that my logic... Yeah. And it's my logic, it's no one else's logic, or like, you don't have to join me. But it's like in Spanish, A is female, O is like masculine, and E is kind of neutral. So Latine is perfect there for you.
Here's my thing.
Okay.
I don't like Latinx because it makes me feel like I should have X-Men powers, and I don't. And I am still mad about that.
Well, you have to go through puberty to know if you have like
I'm
X-Men
trying.
powers.
It just doesn't happen.
And that's how it works in the movies. Like,
I know. I'll talk to my doctor.
Yeah, Latinx. The X is too far in the alphabet.
It's also not natural, right?
No.
Like Latinx is kind of fun, but I don't think it works. And then I like Latine and stuff like that, but I don't like it on principle because when I was in first grade,
Okay.
and they were teaching us that words that end in O are masculine and words that end in A are feminine. And they were like, if you have a group of friends and they're all boys, it's amigos. And if you have a group of friends and they're all girls, it's amigas. But if there are boys and girls, it reverts to the masculine.
Yeah.
And
it's like you can have 800 girls and one dude and he's amigos.
Amigos, exactly. And that I found really strange. And I told my teacher, why isn't there one for when there's both? And it would be amigas. And everyone in school laughed at me.
Really? But you were so ahead of the times, man.
I'm a prophet.
Are the David Bowie of going to school.
But the fact that everyone laughed at me makes me think that then we shouldn't use Latina because I'm traumatized.
You're traumatized by that.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I mean, once again, it's like we don't have this problem because we're not the people who need language. I mean, we're not the people who are transgender or
we're
like
cisgendered
non-binary
males,
or whatever. So for us, it's really easy to say like, no, stick to the language the way it is.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, if someone want to use the language the way they want it and we all understand what they're trying to say, what's the big deal?
Here's the thing. If you're wondering, what should I call my Latino friend? If you're a white person and you're like, what should I call them? Should I call them Latino, Latina, Latine, Latinx, Latinx?
What about their first name?
Just call them by their name. Exactly.
What about, I mean, it's right there.
Yeah.
It's in the ID. I don't know. At the same time, I think that like Hollywood sometimes trying really to push Latinx.
Yeah,
They're
really
really
hard.
trying, and it feels like white guilt.
Yes.
So that's kind of like, you make it a little less
I think
interesting.
I think the thing with Latinx is that it feels like it was invented by someone who isn't Latino.
Exactly. It sounds like something that a company
It does sound like, yes.
decided to do that.
It sounds like they hired a bunch of consultants.
Yes.
And I don't like it. I don't like it. But I am not going to be upset
No, of course.
if someone calls me a Latinx.
No. It's not an insult. That's like Sarah Huckabee Sanders. This is not an insult. So you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
And also I think that at the end of the day, the stupidest part of like this debate is when people say you have to check with Spain. This happened a lot in Latin America.
Yes.
It's like every time there's a debate about a word, it's like you have to check with the
Royal Spanish Academy, right? Like
Exactly.
the La Real Academia.
Exactly. And this is like a group of white dudes in Spain, old man, they say like, no, that's not the way you say this. You have to say it this way. And why? I mean, that's probably like, if all the arguments you can have about this, the worst one is that, no, you have to check with Spain.
Check with the elders, right? Like check with the order of people who accept the words.
Have you ever listened how people from our countries talk? There's nothing to do with how Spain invented the language. So
That's true.
Of course we talk whatever we want because that's how language works. Like it's very fluid. It's whatever, like words are sticking, like whatever. It's a mix between languages and culture and life, and that's the beauty of it. So
That's the beauty of it.
that's my opinion about this.
Okay, so
Very passionate about.
So I should call
language.
you Latinx, and or yeah,
Just call me Ryan.
Ryan. Okay, that's good.
not my
that'll be good
name,
for your
but
career,
you know
honestly. I found that when I apply to jobs as Felipe Torres Medina, I get less responses than when I apply to jobs as
Ryan.
Dave.
So that's the guest school of the week,
And that is our show for the week.
Oh damn it! I'm showing the. Oh no!
Oh no! Don't show them how we do the show.
That was like the Wizard of Oz.
Oh my God! We've looked behind the curtain.
And
you
there was
see.
a laptop. Yeah.
Everything is written by an AI. No, we are not real.
They're just like sending us what to say.
Yes.
But yeah, that was another episode. We did it again.
We have a show.
Well, technically, the show was in the past.
Yeah, we had a show.
It was great.
It was so good. It went so great. Fabrizio was amazing.
We had a great time. It was fun.
Do you have any more news that you want to share with the people?
Not this week, but next week we're going to have big news. And thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.